any of these. I guess the thing is, even if you have auto loot on, you can the game will show you what's an upgrade, like on the map. So if you just hot swap between the characters, it'll be like, that sword's better. Go
Wait
grab
a
that
minute.
one.
No. Ah. I
Did you
locked
goof?
some items that I wanted to save for future levels. And after I locked them, I clicked on sell all, which should have sold everything but the locked items, but it sold everything.
Wow.
Ooh.
Even though I had a blue and then a couple of greens that would have been upgrades from the current greens that I have.
Not a single sword dropped.
I
That's unfortunate.
like where is there a way for me to Nah, they're not there anymore. I hate it when that happens.
Sounds like
The filters might have hidden it. That's the one other possibility.
What filter?
Or yeah, did you set a filter?
No, I didn't set a filter.
Oh. Well, next map. Tell me when you want to stop. Ooh, is this new?
I'm
No,
good.
this
The
is prob-
desert. I haven't
Okay.
seen this.
Yeah, this is. If this is not new, it's Dungeon Defenders 2.
Oh, so they combined the games and upgraded them?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just upset because I had some good items that I wanted to save.
You.
I'm sure we'll get better ones.
Yeah, that's how it always is in these.
So where are they coming from? They're coming from over there. They're coming from down here. We got 4 spots.
I see a door here, but I don't hear anything on the other side. So is it all coming from the other side? I actually can't see their paths here.
If you press and hold G, we got to be in the build phase.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we know.
Better. You wanna puke some stuff on me? Because it looks like we might need some extra barricades here.
Okay.
I do wish there were, like, neat perks on equipment that would give, like, extra trap size. Extra, like, double trap projectile count, but reduce the damage by some amount. Like, that sort of thing would be really cool. Oh, no.
What?
We have 2 crystals.
I know we do. We do have 2 crystals, and there's
Oh. Boy, howdy. Okay.
now the good thing is this crystal has only 2 avenues of assault. There's the one that's immediately across this bridge, and then the other one would have already led to the other crystal. So obviously put barricades around crystal number 1, which is the one that has all the paths leading to it. The second crystal over here is probably easier to defend because it only has 2 weak points. I like the zone so far. It's pretty.
Hopefully this works. I need my spike traps to be just a smidge bigger. Oh no!
What's wrong? Does something crash, or did you ruin something?
Guess which character I was playing as?
The bad... Yeah.
The one that sucks!
Did we just quit for that reason? Was that what happened?
All the
Yeah.
barricades I put down had no health.
I thought
Like,
you could
no
sell them
health.
while you were in the build phase. Fine.
I don't know. I don't think so. I can check immediately. That's what I press and hold G. Press and hold G and then press and hold M and give me
Oh,
your beats.
Well, I
Feed
think
me.
you took all my money the last time.
Yes. Nathan, yeah, there we go. Nom 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 nom. Gimme, gimme.
Fine.
Thank you. You can have stuff after this one. I just got to make sure we have enough barricades.
No, I know. That's definitely necessary in this map.
For whatever reason, the aesthetic of this area reminds me of Sky Saga. I looked that game up recently, and apparently they got shut down real hard.
What was
Ooh.
Sky Saga?
It was like, honestly, Portal Knights, it was a cooperative Minecraft-like, but with more of a focus on, like, RPG and exploration than strictly building. But the problem was, it was kind of an early access game, not on Steam, had a publisher that wasn't just them, that, like, randomly was just like, and we're pulling the funding on you. And that was just it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've played Portal Knights.
No, we haven't played that yet. That was one of those games that was kind of floated as, like, potential co-op game. But just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Because busy. The problem is, like, do I finish games or do I play everything?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's really
Difficult to do
one.
both. Yeah.
Okay, I'm good to go.
I think I've hit
Shell,
the G
you wanna
button.
ready up?
I'll hit it more. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I see. I see where the check shows up for my own character and how to tell. That makes sense.
They're immune to my damage over there. I'll have to find another group.
But yeah, I'd like to play Portal Knights again. Terraria, Starbound. It's just like, where do you find the time for all these games? And the answer is, you don't. You just kind of pick and choose.
What games do you play, Nathan?
Recently it's been a lot of Stardew Valley. Mostly because it's kind of a chill game that I play while I hang out with my friends.
Are you playing
I
with
guess-
them or no?
yeah,
Not
it's a
really.
multiplayer game. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
We've got
I know.
a group farm that we play occasionally. Yeah. What else? I picked up the Opus Magnum at your recommendation, which I plan to play with my girlfriend. But I have not
Do you need
I
more
have not
money
yet
water?
gotten too far into it. Actually, my girlfriend and I beat all
Thank
of Baba Is You up to the like second secret levels. So
Damn.
yeah.
Right,
We
you
haven't
guys,
gotten
you
back
did
to
say
that.
that you were playing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't gone back to that. I feel a bit guilty.
I picked up Baba's Opus Magnum because we like to play puzzle games together. So it seemed kind of like a fun thing to do.
Opus Magnum is nuts. It's super worth it.
Yeah, no, and I bet she'll get really into it too. So.
So the
dump out
interesting
some-
thing for me with Opus Magnum was I
Wait,
actually...
come back here, Wander.
Oh.
Oh, these are fire guys. I won't
Thank.
be able to do damage against them.
The interesting thing for Opus Magnum for me was I said, I'm doing this all with one arm.
Oh, like one lever arm in the game?
Yeah, just one of those little movie arms. And I just made it do everything, which actually worked shockingly well. I think there was like 2, maybe 3 levels that I couldn't. But everything else, yeah, worked perfectly fine.
Does it make for interesting puzzles, though? Like, is it...
Yeah, because the limit... So the interesting thing is, it made it a little bit easier, from my perspective, because it effectively took all the complication out. I didn't have to have 2 things working together. The problem is more just like, okay, how do I make it work with these limitations, as opposed to, I don't know. The puzzles were still interesting. It was just different, I guess.
Yeah. Well, let's see what it's like.
But yeah, there was There's the one arm challenge. There's the... Shoot. I'm trying to remember what the challenges are called. But there's 3 different, like, play styles that you can do if you want to limit yourself, and they're kind of fascinating. But obviously a lot harder.
So these are, like, known things that people do.
Yeah.
You already had, like, the word on the street that it would be, like...
No, I was just like, oh, hi. I was just like, I wonder if I could just do this with one arm, and somebody's like, oh, hey, you're doing the one arm challenge. I'm like, I didn't realize this is, like, an official thing, but yeah, I guess so.
That's pretty amusing.
Okay, I actually got my gear back. So that's
Money,
good.
size, and time are the 3 limitations. That's what it is. Yeah, how much the device costs, how much space it takes up, and how quickly it does the task. And the game actually ranks you on these things. And so there is absolutely, like, certain builds that are just better than others. Okay. I think Portal Nights would be something fun for you and I to do, Shell. Unfortunately, we've also got, like, 3 or 4 other games this month that are going to take up our time. Because we've got Rune Factory. We've got this to a lesser degree. Though, like, this is probably beatable within... this is probably beatable within, like, 5-6 hours. And then it's grinding, which is the cursed word. I've been playing, I'd say, a surprising amount of deck builder roguelikes lately, but that shouldn't surprise anybody. I'm just shocked there are so many.
I fell.
Oh, I see. I see where. I was like, how'd you fall there? Because it looks like you just fallen through truly solid ground on my end. Let's see, Shell would like Rune Factory. Maybe. They keep... I bought it earlier today, and it was just covered in advertising saying, like, live your ideal married life. And I'm like, doubt.
You were like, I'm working on it. Give me some time. Gotta plan this stuff.
It's just one of those where, like, a lot of games are just...
games that have you pair off with in-game characters creep me out.
Yeah. Because it's usually just weird. I don't know. I know some people get into it, and a lot of people like to, like, say, like, oh yeah, you know, I'm reflected as that character, so it's not so bad. But other times it's just kind of like, this feels like...
I mean, at things like Mass Effect, there are whole cutscenes for the culmination of the romances that involve making out and such, and it's just like, no. My character's never romanced anyone in BioWare games. But I think in Knights of the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic 2, the reason why my character never had a romance with any of the guys was because a lot of them came on really too strong in the very first act of the game. And so I just said, yo, nerf herder, get away from me. Don't you call me beautiful. Don't you lament the fact that I finally found clothes after being a prisoner. Don't.
I just want more bromance options where it's just like,
Good
and...
friends.
The main character and his buds went off to keep being buds for the rest of their lives, and let's explain how good their friendship was. Because the other problem I have with romance options is it often makes, like, the romance partners extremely shallow,
And it
or
also cuts
makes
off...
all of the non-romance partners extremely shallow because they don't bother to character develop them because they're not romanceable. Want to get going?
Yep, I had already clicked.
I think it's Nathan.
Go ahead.
Oh, yep. I'm always
see it.
just waiting for you guys, and I just sometimes forget to hit the G button.
I was trying to get around one of the battlements and ended up falling off. That's not good.
Let's see. Isn't that Final Fantasy 15 that had the bromance option? kind of. My problem with Final Fantasy 15 is the plot was Swiss cheese.
The plot was Swiss cheese, full of holes.
Yep, so many holes.
So it was one of those where I'm sure it actually told a perfectly good story. The problem is you had to watch the movie. You had to watch the cartoon. You had to buy all of the DLC. You had to... I mean, then you just have to kind of do everything. But if you just picked the game up on launch, didn't do any of that stuff, the actual, like, plot of the game went from, like, two, like, group of bros just rolling around in the car having a good time to, just confusing nonsense that everybody hates one of them, and then I stopped.
You'll be glad to know that one of the weapons I just picked up is called the face melter.
I assume it lives up to its name.
I think it is a type of flamethrower. Is called a face melter.
Seems about right.
Yeah, actually, a lot of the tabletop role-playing that we play is actually Dungeon World, which I'd originally been like, oh, do I like this as much as D&D? And over time, I've come to the opinion that it hits more of like what I want from D&D.
Dungeon World.
Yeah.
I've seen that at the local store, but I haven't actually tried it yet.
I don't think you need to buy it. I think it's just free, right? Or are the like,
They have a book.
They have like a physical book. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we just use PDFs. Part of it is one of my friends like designs a lot of the like. He's just made a lot of like fan content and stuff like that for it. So
When
we
I
have like
fell
a
off
lot
the
of.
side, did I lose my gear?
I don't think you lose
Shouldn't have.
anything from flying off the screen, from
I-
having done it a lot of times.
I lost all my weapons and stuff. And I have a new set of armor on. That's interesting.
Bugs.
Possible.
I haven't been able to beat a Final Fantasy since 12. I beat all of the off-brand Final Fantasy and Square Enix games, but any of the mainline stuff I just can't do. Dragon Quest 11, Final Fantasy 15, but like World of Final Fantasy, absolutely fantastic game. Really loved that. Dragon Quest Builders, play them both. Shoot, what other? I played a couple other like
I mean,
Final
other
Fantasy
Square Enix
games.
was Oninaki and Lost Sphere and stuff.
Holy shit! Ow. That was a lot of arrows. Let's see. Is it possible, Shell, that you actually do have multiple copies of the same character, and you're just switching back and forth between them?
Nope, I only have one.
After this, press H. Like, after this combat phase.
No. Okay, let me see.
Uh-oh. No, that was probably my fault.
Is a
You
crystal
knocked
getting
someone.
attacked?
Yeah, I knocked someone off. Like a dingle hat. Was that it?
Looks like it.
Oh.
That felt easier than the previous level.
And shorter? Maybe they just don't have everything in the game yet. I am unsure. Am I picking that up? Okay, let's see. Christ, not that guy. I've yet to find a green staff, and it bugs me. Let's see, that's not good. That's better. too much about it. Let's see. She's got D rate.
Oops.
Is that better? No, that ain't. Okay.
Good.
Just about, I think.
Yeah, I'll really be rolling in it once I hit 20 now, right?
Yeah, all that gear that you can't use. That's part of the reason why I was like, maybe we should just do stuff on medium. Is because like all of my characters were just bumming around. Interestingly enough, you actually seem to gain the same amount of experience no matter what difficulty you're on. It's just a matter of...
So you're just getting better gear, and then the problem is you don't have enough gained levels, because I'm getting gear that's meant for level 27, and I'm only at 15.
Yeah, so like, I was, so at this point, I can pretty much use all of the stuff that I'm getting. I'm a little low level for it. If Tokyo RPG Factory would honestly, would get rid of the exposition dumps, they'd be auto-buys for you. Their plots are so cool, but so flawed. It's so weird. I don't know how to react to that studio whenever I, like, play their games. I'm just like, man, this would be great if it were just reined in a little. Sadly not. Also, thank you, Shlomi Ha, for the 23-month resub, and Ferret FGC for the 7-month resub. Anybody else I missed? I probably have missed some. I don't pay as much attention when I'm multiplayering. Nope, looks like I'm good. Yeah.
I can't seem to enter the build phase. Maybe now I have?
Waiting on Nathan.
Oh. It's my fault.
Alright, so do you need to make some barriers initially?
Yeah, let's figure this out.
Here,
So, we've got 2 crystals. They're really close to each other. I could do the dumb thing. But I shouldn't.
looks like a lot of them converge there, and then...
Yeah, so I see 4 entry points, I think.
Ooh, so what's that?
It's a bouncer blockade. I'm considering trying these. Mainly just because the basic thing is too small.
But by bouncer, does that fling them off to the sides?
If we're lucky?
But you shouldn't put it on this bridge because the railings actually hold them in place, right?
Yeah.
Like the rope railings? It would be better if it threw them off the edge here.
I'm just trying to go for the best choke point more than anything else. Okay, I think I'm good to go. We'll see how this goes. Because I'm not sure... So, unlike, unlike Orcs Must Die, physics traps are only kind of okay in this game. Like, you use them, but they're not, like, end-all, be-all. Physics traps are much more of just kind of like a... Yeah, this could throw something into the... it could throw something off. Well, on the flip side, this thing is absolutely just rolling everybody.
Mm-hmm. Literally rolling.
Wow.
Sort of goes back and forth.
Yeah, so I've been speccing almost entirely into power and
Damage?
health.
Ah.
So yeah, damage and health for my dudes. And I guess that's pretty good.
Wait,
Yep.
a core's under attack?
Yeah, something got by. Goblin. Unfortunately, there's just stuff in the way. Okay, let's see. But yeah, chances are just Goblin got through. Luckily, Goblins are the least likely to get through. Once you actually have your towers down, it's just the initial bit where it's just like, yeah.
We never figured out how to actually look at what your stats do, right?
Oh,
Or
your
not
skills
the
and
stats,
abilities?
but the abilities, yeah.
Not as much, no. I think the boost is the same for everybody. It just increases your damage.
Oh, the C? Really?
Yeah, I think that just increases your damage and heals you. If I check stats, will it say here? That's a weird oversight that it doesn't actually have it anywhere.
I assume it's somewhere, or maybe they just expect you to look it up.
But it should always be in the game.
Yeah, it should
Somewhere.
be more obvious than whatever it is.
Who died?
No one?
I heard
I did. I definitely jumped off for no reason there.
And these guys got, tough. Yep, well, farewell, world. I got physics off. I was the victim. Dang it. At least he was near death. Excuse me, archers. Wow. Yeah, I don't really know if I see the point to speccing into combat as this Squire yet. I do like 400 damage, but all the enemies are scaling up real fast. Damn it. And I'm down.
It is interesting because I think it felt like you were a lot stronger in the thing before, and now it feels like back to the original Dungeon Defenders, where it's kind of like, well, it's helpful, but mostly like you're there to distract it. I don't know. I didn't mean to like indicate that it was negative in the previous one, just that like I was surprised by it, I guess. I'm not sure what the correct balance is, because I think like I don't think it makes sense to make the game like not need towers, but I'm also not sure like what does make the most sense.
Let's take a look at all these.
Okay. I guess I'm good to go.
Yeah, I suppose the thing that probably makes the game the most fun is to have every single player able to contribute. And it does seem like the game does kind of encourage you to make it so that only one or two players are really building towers.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the ability to let you switch, though, lets you, like, not fully spec one direction or the other.
Yeah.
I have to
No,
say, mostly
no,
just
no,
the
no,
Apprentice
no.
feels way stronger than the Squire to me.
I fell.
Oh, in terms of just raw damage?
Just mostly because you have these, like, abilities that just, like, deal huge AoE. And that just feels, like, really good.
Yeah, I guess on that topic, I am currently switched back to my Apprentice just to do some damage. Because, yeah, being able to shoot within the relative safety of hiding behind a wall
I need
does
help
account
up here.
for quite a
There's a creature that I can't damage because it's fire.
Okay. Trying to figure out where you are.
It was up there. The one guy that's firing at the... Do you see that one elf?
Oh. Over here.
I mean, now
You're
there's plenty
correct.
of more fire enemies.
Oh, right. I totally forgot to use my monk. That's why I'm having trouble.
Oh, because we're not using the lightning
I
auras.
don't have
Stasis,
monk auras
yeah.
down. I was just like, I know I'm doing something wrong, but I can't put my finger on why. Let's see. So, I will admit, I've got to ask because I'm an absolute Luddite with certain things, but a bunch of people are saying Freeman Dyson died. I actually don't think I know who Freeman Dyson is.
Would you
Dyson
be
Sphere?
familiar with the Dyson Sphere?
Dyson Sphere.
Oh, so it is that guy. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was going to be somebody else.
No, so he's a well-known physicist. For that, among like a few other things that he did. Yeah, unfortunately, he has a few other like important discoveries, and they're just slipping my mind right now. He was known for being a little bit contentious, actually, like maybe a little bit contrarian at times. But I don't know. It is not necessarily always a bad trait to be a little bit contrarian. I think he might have just been somewhat like feisty as one. But yeah, I think he'd also... Was he at the Institute for Advanced Study? I think that might have been somewhere he was at for a while. Yeah. I knew these sorts of things better back in college before I kind of specialized away from physics. A Luddite.
I like that word. It's super fun. I'm good to go.
No, I hadn't known that he had died either, so...
Oh, there are
How old
tons of
was he,
fire
though?
enemies up here.
Because presuming Dyson Sphere has been around for at least some amount of time.
Yeah, I don't really know that well.
Do these maps adapt to what they know the type of damage you're doing is? Because I noticed that there are more and more fire immune enemies.
I suspect part of that is actually because a lot of the fire towers are killing the fire, everything but the fire immune enemies.
Yeah,
It's,
confirmation
survivorship
bias.
bias primarily.
Right. I've got my biases. Oh, no. Shell, can you sell one of your traps?
Okay.
I only need one. I just got to get one more electro barrier down. Oh,
Okay, let's see.
that Dark Elf Assassin. He, warped. Right there. Okay, thank you. Let's see. Well, that doesn't make any sense, but hey, whatever. Okay, how many waves do we have left? Nah, we got one more after this one. And this whole cannonball situation, I want to like it, but they all seem just kind of pointless. It's just like bouncing off the railing and not
Well,
doing
what's
anything.
a skeleton thing?
Necromancer probably?
No, it's just a soldier skeleton.
The Necromancer summons the shoulders.
Yeah, so Necromancer summon skeleton shell.
Okay, so then where's the necromancer?
possibly dead.
I mean, I suppose there are no more skeletons popping up.
Let's see. What's everything doing? Doing iffy. It's getting a little hurty. Okay. I wonder how the auto loot works. Maybe it goes into your inventory at the end of a round.
I think it sells it. I can see I get money at the end of the round.
Yeah, I know about that, but like auto loot doesn't mean I pick it up. I'll have to leave like a green item on the ground and
I suspect the auto loot means
stare at it.
that you don't see it, and if you don't pick it up, it just like sells it on you. That's my guess. Because if you're telling it I don't even want to see something, then to me that means they're probably letting it just like get sold.
Yeah, but I'm not telling it to get sold. It's auto loot everything but common.
Oh, I see. So it's
Yeah.
saying pick up the things that are not common, rather
But
than...
it doesn't work when I walk over it. So I'm gonna pay attention after this round and see if I end up with some minor gloves in my inventory. Alright, I am good to go.
I need to repair this, but it's not letting me. Oh, there we go. I did repair it.
Let's see. A Wander does not play with fans unless it's for MMOs. There's a couple of games I play with people. I gotta do some kind of mass game again. We're kind of trying to put things together for Division 2, but I think people just don't like MMOs that much. Nope. Okay, so the way auto loot works is if it's a green item or above, it just goes straight into my inventory after the round. I was assuming I'd just like suction it up with my butt as I walked by, but that's not actually how it works.
I mean, it seems to work fine.
Yeah, it just wasn't immediately clear. I guess is the point I was trying to make.
Yeah.
And I'd been hoping for a little bit more immediate clarity to figure out, like, okay, is this going into my inventory? And the answer is no. Noticing the gems, like the loot gems, are very slow. Ow. Okay.
Oh, we've got an ogre over here.
All right.
This game desperately needs, like, a ping system.
I think it does. I think it actually does.
Huh.
I was just looking at the controls earlier, trying to figure out how I could look at what my passive abilities were, and I noticed something that said ping, so...
Trying to think of it. Middle mouse click. Oh yeah, there it is.
We're under attack? Where?
Skeleton, I think, from a necromancer. It's already dead, so it just got past somehow.
Is the ogre already dead? No, it's still alive.
No, it's still up and kicking.
It's a tough bugger.
There it goes.
Not that it's too much. But yeah. Tough bugger. I'm still holding out hope in this game that they had some interesting features that let you, like, upgrade towers beyond just their stats.
Where you get to add different effects to them, or...
Yeah. Like, it would be kind of neat if you could have, a slowing effect on the lightning tower, for example. Or damage over time effect on the fireball tower. You know, just a little bit of variation so you can kind of have a build instead of just being like, I'm going to have one of every one of these towers. Because, yeah, I find it does get a little dull, which is unfortunate. Ooh, purple gloves. Let's see if that has any immediate effect. I guess there's no reason for me to pick these things up. Let's see. Oh. I guess he didn't level up. Did any of my characters? This guy did.
Wait, why are your characters different levels?
I made some of them at slightly different times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure about this, like, fighting Squire, though. I don't know if it's worth it. Like, his damage looks like it's good. Maybe it's because I need to... Maybe I need to actually invest into Rune of Skill and Rune of Boost. Maybe I should do that. See if these have different effects. Okay. I'm good to go.
Alright.
Do we want to finish this act and then probably stop so you can get to bed at a reasonable hour? I think that's like 2 more missions.
Yep, and I'm starting to get hungry.